First of all, we heard from Eric Cantor earlier today. He was telling MSNBC that from the Republican standpoint, from the standpoint of opponents, that this is bringing terrorists back into the United States. How would you defend what the president is doing and what we're going to see today with the first one of these Gitmo terrorists, detainees, I should say, accused terrorists, going on trial for the first time here?
Well, first of all, we have a person who allegedly was involved in the 1998 bombings in Tanzania and in Kenya. And, Andre, I can tell you I was there back in 1998 when 12 American bodies were shipped back to the Washington, D.C. area. And I can tell you this fella needs to face justice. I understand what Congressman Cantor is saying, but he's got to understand that this is the United States of America. And our standards are higher with regard to democracy and our freedoms than most other countries. And so we set the standard. And so the fact is, this is going to be a test case. This fellow will be tried, and he will face justice. And if we have to detain him, he'll be detained. But keep in mind, I can tell you I'm a former criminal attorney, and I've been in many prisons, and we know how to secure prisoners. And so if we have to do that, we'll do it. But the bigger point is that we want to make sure that we side we go on the side of democracy, which is what we stand for. It's our moral authority to do what the president's trying to do here.
Congressman, this is what Senator John Kyle had to say, bringing a different point of view about what some of the problems are, the legal problems, in terms of sharing the evidence that must be shared with someone who goes on trial. Let's watch.
Much of the evidence that was gained to try him was classified and could not be shared with him, and there were significant questions of due process as a result. How can you try somebody for a serious crime and not show them the evidence against them? That's one of the main reasons why it's very difficult to try these terrorists.
So, Congressman, does he have a point?
He does have a point, but I think we've got to thread this needle very, very carefully. The question is not does he have a point, Andrea, but the question is what is the alternative? I mean, so what does he want these fellows to do? Rot in jail forever? I mean, we've got to figure out a way to do this, and we can do it in a way, like I said, where we surgically provide the very best trial that we can, provide justice as best we can, and whatever the punishment may be, assuming the person is convicted, that we take whatever action we have to take to address it. Again, this is the United States of America. We have high standards, and I believe that this president is doing everything in his power to provide true justice as best he can under these circumstances.